Welcome back to my channel with Sudeshna. Thank you for watching all my videos. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and also press the bell icon so that you will get notification for all the videos I will upload. So let's start. What is today's topic? In today's topic, I will discuss with you about business idea generation technique. For any business, the first thing comes into our mind is the business idea, because without the business idea, you cannot start any business. So how you can generate a business idea, that is today's topic. So let's start from the mind map. So you can see from the mind map, the very first point is idea generation start point, from where you should start. So that we will discuss. The next thing we'll discuss is tools to be used. And last but not the least point is execution planning. So let's start with the idea generation start point. So the very first point of idea generation is selecting your niche. What is niche? Niche is a specialized segment from where you will choose your business idea. So as the competition is growing day by day, so as micro your niche will be, the chances of profitability of your business will be high. Why it is? Because if you choose from a niche, then there will be a lot of players. But if you go further down, if you choose a micro niche for that, then maybe for that people or businesses will be less. So you will be your competitor will be less. So that's why choosing your niche is very important. Then what are the tentative niches for all the business? So here I have mentioned some of the important niche. It can be business, it can be career, it can be art and craft, it can be financial sector, it can be health and fitness sector. It can be related to any subject matter expert. So before even selecting the niche, or even after the selecting niche, you have to decide that what do you want to offer. You want to offer a product, you want to offer a service, or you want to offer some coaching consulting. I think these all the thing I have mentioned in my previous videos. The link will be mentioned in the description and in the above button. So please check my previous video if you have not seen it till now. So as per that, I have already mentioned that first you have to choose that what do you want to offer, and then select your niche. So suppose you want to offer a service, and then you finally suppose you are more you can relate yourself more on career aspect. So then you have to decide that in career and growth, what service you want to offer. Suppose you want to offer a coaching of salary hike. Suppose you want to give advice people how they can increase their salary. Then also again you go to micro. Suppose this advice you will give for whom? For mid-career level people, for very young, like who just entered into their profession for them, or for the senior leadership role. So that by that way you will decide your micro niche, and in that way you can create your own market, which will be part of blue ocean strategy, not a red ocean strategy. So that's very important, selecting your niche. The second point is it from your ikigai? So if you don't know what is ikigai, then please mention a comment below that I don't know about ikigai, and please upload a video about ikigai. Then I will upload a detailed video about ikigai, because though my company name is Passion to Purpose, but when I started researching on that, because like I was little confused about what is my passion, so I researched a lot about this, and then I came across this concept of ikigai. It's not a very new concept, it's a very old concept of a island called Okinawa in Japan. So there people actually follow that ikigai. So that's a detailed concept, and I need more time to discuss in detail. So if you need a video about ikigai, please mention in the comment, and then I will record a video about ikigai and how you can convert your ikigai into a business. So that is that. So why it is so important that your business model should come from ikigai? Because what I believe is, if you want to start a business for only earning money, then that can be a market, that can be a red ocean market, because everyone is running behind money, And again, you know that for real success you have to give value. So if the value doesn't come from your true passion, then it will be very difficult. I mean, I'm considering that you are starting a propertyship business or maybe a partnership business where you or your partner will be doing most of the job initially. If you want to do a private limited company, if you want to start, then that's a different ballgame, because you have to then hire a lot of employee, and that's a different type of business. That is what I'm not talking in this video. So if you want to start a business by yourself or maybe with one or two partners, then it should come from your ikigai. So that you have to see. The third is 5P validation. So about 5P validation I have discussed in detail in my last video, as I have mentioned. In today's video also it is very important, because why 5P validation is important? Because when you just start, when you will just start thinking about what business idea, what business I will start, so you need all those 5 questions to identify and to finalize your business plan. What are those 5P? So first is problem. So what problem you want to solve, or in a different way I can say that how your business idea is solving a problem. So that is one question. Second is persona. Second is persona. So persona is for whom your business idea is solving a problem. So that will be obviously your customer, but there should be someone for whom your business idea is solving a problem. So identifying that or targeting that is very important. That we in business term we call it target customer. The third is passion or ikigai. That already I have mentioned, that business idea should come from your passion or ikigai. So that you have to see. The fourth is price. So what I mean, is your business idea is a sustainable model, like, so you are going to be paid on a continuous basis for this? That you have to check. And the last but not the least is product USP. How your product or service is different from the existing one, if it is already available, or if you have identified some need which is for which there is no product or service, then you have to see that how your product will add value to your customer's life. So that's a 5P validation. So you just have to mention all those 5P and then write down the answer. The last idea generation start point is business model. So once you are almost finalized with all those niche and 5P validation, then the next come converting your business idea to business model. So what is the difference between business idea and business model? Because it seems almost similar. So business idea is the first idea what comes into your mind. In the very first idea, there may not be all those clarity for the idea, that like what value. So let first discuss that what are the components of business model. So for arriving into a business model, you have to first see that what is the value proposition. Value proposition is what value you are creating with the help of your business. That you have to see. Second is key partners. So what partners means everything, like who are your supplier, that is your key partners. Third is channels. So what is your channel of like sales, channel of marketing, channel of operations, distribution. So every channel you have to identify. The fourth one is customer segment. So that is the most important, one of the most important part of business model, because it is also a part of niche selection also. So if you have selected your niche very diligently, then customer segmentation also already it has been taken care of. So what customer, in the customer segmentation, what part you are targeting? So it can be based on demography, it can be based on location, it can be based on maybe some preference. So suppose you are targeting like your product based on some demography, like I have mentioned that you are offering some career consultation, and that you are offering for some particular age, that is the demography. Suppose you are offering some beauty product, then your customer segmentation will be maybe for, if you are offering beauty product for ladies, then your customer will be ladies. That also you have to segregate that what will be the age of ladies you are targeting. the more you will be clear about your target market, the more your marketing expenditure will be less, because your target market will be pinpoint, and whenever you will give ad in the Facebook or maybe Google, so that cost per lead will be minimum. Otherwise you will target a lot of people, but you will end up spending a lot of money, but it will not be convert. So that is customer segment. The next is key resource. So what are the key resource for your business that you have to identify? In the key resource, everything will come, like all the resources what we think for them. But key resources will be different for different business. Like key resources for product will be different, key resources for services will be different. So that according to your business, you have to decide that what are the key resources. Then next comes key activities. So what are the key activities for your business? So suppose you are offering some product, then what will be the operational value chain, or that you have to decide. So that you have to identify. And last but not the least is customer relationship. So how you can handle, how you can maintain your customer relation, how you can retain your customer, how you can increase your customer. So all those things you have to plan. So these 7 components are very important in business model finalization. So once you finalize your business idea, then you have to map all those 7 components for the business idea to come for business model. So till now we have discussed how you can generate idea. But then you will ask me, Sudeshna, how I can do that, because I don't have any idea that how to do that. So here there are some tools are mentioned which I personally use for any idea generation. And for any business, before starting a business you need business idea, but while operating your business you need even more ideas. So idea generation is an ongoing process for business. Not only for business, it is a very useful technique for your jobs also. Whenever in your jobs you want to do something in a better way, in an innovative way, you need ideas. So it's not only applicable for business ideas. Those tools can be used for any idea generation. That is the beauty of it. So now we'll see what are the tools can be used for business idea generation. So the very first and most important tool is mind map. So mind map is the tool I am using right now for this video. So I have found this is the most useful tool, because mind map you can you can think in a more systematic way. So this mind map software I am using is MindMaster, but there are many mind map software in the free version. Also you will get some software. MindMist is there, MindNode is there. For the Apple user, you can use MindNode. I have heard that that's a very beautiful, that's a very good mind map software. So this one is also very good. So you can use one time or the monthly subscription if you want to use, or you can use the free version also. So in free version also, I think monthly 3 mind map you can use. The second point is brainstorming. So we know that brainstorming is very helpful. So while I was starting this business, I used to do a lot of brainstorming, sometimes with my notepad, and sometimes with my husband. So he is the closest and most available person for me. So I used to ask lot of questions and tentative answers. Till now also I am doing that. So brainstorming is a thing which is very important. So choose your partner with whom you want to discuss, and do the brainstorming. So that is very helpful, because in the brainstorming there are a lot of ideas will come, and quickly note it down in somewhere. Like if notepad is not available, at least note it down in your mobile. So that is very important for your business idea generation. Maybe you can discuss with any of your friend also to get a different perspective. If possible, discuss with a friend who is not from your background, because if he or she is from your background, they may think similar to you. But if you just discuss the idea with a total different background, or maybe a total different age, I have told about friend, but friend means not of your same age. You can discuss it with any of your uncle, or maybe maybe someone, it's not restricted to any age, any category of people. So whomever you think that they can add some value in your business, please brainstorm with them. The next tool which can be used is subconscious mind. Yes, you have heard it correctly. So subconscious mind is your best friend. How? because that is the part of your mind that works for you 24/7. And if anyone asks you whom you can trust most, you can blindly answer them subconscious mind, because your brain sleeps but your subconscious mind doesn't. So, and some, like, it happened many times to me that whenever I am totally clueless about something, I don't know what I should do, I always give the task to my subconscious mind. So how? That is even more interesting. So that's a very scientific way that whenever you sleep, that time before just sleeping, if you think something, that is the time subconscious mind is really active. And just after you sleep, your brain sleep, subconscious mind has to do a lot of work. He has to clean the body, all those physically also he has to clean a lot of things what it cannot do when we are awake. And that time he also clears all those mind block also. So whatever we put in our brain, all those questions or everything, subconscious mind will give you the answer. So just try this thing also. So in the business also, if you don't know what to follow, what to do next thing, try this. You just think before sleep, you just think about that problem, and like if you feel that subconscious mind is your friend, just tell your subconscious mind that I am stuck with this, what to do I don't know, and you will get your answer. Like even if you don't get your answer in 1 day, 2 day, but you have to keep the trust, and then continuously until and unless you get your answer, because you don't have any other way. If you don't have any other ways other than this, then you have to trust it, and then you have to continuously ask subconscious mind and the same question, and within 1 or 2 days you will get your answer, believe me. So that is the third. The fourth option is also very important and very helpful. That is the idea. I call it idea storage diary. So I will show you my idea storage diary. So that's a kind of my goal goal diary. So every day I write my goals, my affirmations, and then I try to write it down 2, 3, 4, like whatever ideas comes into my mind. So it can be related to my business, related to better handling my family life, better handling my personal life. Whatever ideas comes related to my mind, I put it in the idea generation diary. So, and then don't restrict yourself. Whatever ideas come into your mind, just note it down and see the magic. I mean, this I have heard like a lot of people are following this, and I have started following this. I'm very grateful that some beautiful ideas comes into my mind by following this process. The next tool is survey. So this is very common tool used for your business idea generation. Before because you are thinking that this idea can be very good and very helpful, but you need to get it vetted also. So whoever is your target customer, you do a survey with those similar type of target customer, and then you will get to know that what actually those people are thinking. So that's a very scientific and very useful process of idea generation and idea validation. The last but not the least is market research. So even survey is a kind of market research. So there are two type of market research, primary and secondary. So primaries are like survey, interviews, where you directly ask your target customer and you get to know their perspective. And some of you know that before even starting this business, I did a survey with almost 100 moms, and I got to know what are the problems moms are facing, and based on that I designed my course. And by the way, if you don't know about my course, I have given a link about my next webinar. So please attend that. This webinar is related to startup launch blueprint for moms. So because moms has a different need and different preference for starting a business. So I want to help all those moms who want to start their business. So please check the webinar. I will not discuss it more on here. Then the secondary research. Secondary research is more on analyst report, white paper, all those previous studies, if it is available. Then books, you can read related to it many books, and then get some clarity that what is the need, how to solve that need. And then some databases also. If you are doing some corporate level, like if your product or service related to some corporate or some sector, like maybe business to business sector, then you can seek for some databases also. So it may also help. So that's all for tools to be used. The last but not the least is execution planning. So if I will discuss execution planning here in this video, it will be very long video. So I don't want to make it very lengthy. Maybe in a different video, I will discuss about execution planning. If you want that video, please mention in the comment that after you finalize your business idea, if you need my help to execute execution planning, please mention in the comment. So that is one thing. But for execution planning, I'll just mention one quote that is of Earl Nightingale, that ideas are worthless until it is not executed. So that's a very, I mean, there are many similar quotes like this. So finally, idea, you have to start your business with a business idea, but then most of the businesses, they generally grow. When they grow, they have to change their business idea, and that is how business runs. I mean, you cannot stick into a business idea and then just say that, oh, I have started this business and I will only follow that. I mean, no one does that. Yes. So you have to start somewhere. Before starting, you have to generate an idea, you have to follow that, and then as you see that this idea is not working, why is not working, you have to change the idea, but you have to start it. So again, the most important thing is, along with the idea generation, you need to take action. So with that, I will end that video. If you need the mind map of this, please click below. I will mention a link from where you will get the mind map. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.